Hi, I'm Sarah, PlentyOfFish.com's first dating coach. I'm also a product manager here at Plenty of Fish and an active user on the site, just like you. We get a lot of emails from our users asking for tips on how they can be successful on Plenty of Fish. So today we're talking to our male users, and the topic is your profile. Maybe you've been on the site for a few weeks and you're starting to notice that the number of women replying to your messages and viewing your profile is slowly starting to dwindle. Or maybe you've just joined the site and are looking for some tips on how to create a unique profile that really entices women to give you a second look. I'm here to help you consider what women are really looking for on Plenty of Fish and also help you to highlight your best features. Over the next 10 minutes, I'm going to give you some effective ways to improve your profile. I'm going to show you examples of good and bad profiles. And most importantly, I'm going to explain the reasons behind all my tips and tactics so that you understand why your current strategy may not be working. If you take my advice and put some solid energy into your profile, I guarantee you're going to see results. Here we go. Okay, let's start with your images. The first thing women are going to see is your main profile image. Your thumbnail photo is shown on the top bar of images, which is shown on every page on the site. It also appears on Meet Me, in Matches, and beside all of the messages you send. Make sure this photo is your best. Here's a question for you. Which of the following seems like a good idea for your main profile image? You with your shirt off, you with a sideways hat, your passport photo, or you and a baby? First of all, if you have kids, we'll know it from reading your profile. And if you don't have kids, where'd you get the baby from? Are you just holding your friend's baby? Sure, abs, fast cars, and being a world-class karate champ may be attractive, but show-offs are not. And when you try to impress a woman with these sorts of things, it actually just has the opposite effect. You know what she's thinking? What is this guy trying to make up for? No bro shots or gang signs. This isn't Facebook, it's Plenty of Fish. It might be convenient, but it actually just makes you look immature. And make sure it's not a photo taken in the mirror with your cell phone. Smile and do your best to look friendly in your photos. When taking a picture, think about the last thing that made you laugh out loud. Then smile. Take shots of yourself doing different activities. We want to see how you spend your free time. Take your photos outside. The outdoors is a great backdrop for any photo. We want to see what you really look like. So in order to do this, we need to see at least one good headshot and one clear body shot. And they should have been taken within the last 6 months. In order for a woman to take the next step and agree to meet you in person, she needs to have a good idea of what you really look like. Here's a great tip. Consider switching up your main profile image periodically, especially if you notice that the number of women viewing your profile is starting to decline. I recommend this for 2 reasons. Number 1, if we think we've passed over your profile before and didn't message you, we're going to assume we weren't interested. And number 2, you might think you look great in a shot, but our favorite might be something else. Test out a few main images and see which one gets you the best results. Unfortunately, a lot of women will write off certain men if they see a so-called deal breaker on their profile. Sometimes you can get around this, sometimes you can't. Let's just make sure that you're making your profile the best it can be. Whatever you do, don't lie about the hard facts. I've personally encountered several men who have lied on their profile. The problem with lying is not that you said you were 30 when you're actually 35. It's not that you said you were a lawyer when in fact you just watch a lot of Judge Judy. If a woman really likes you, she's likely to look past some of her deal breakers, but she won't be able to look past the fact that you blatantly lie. You can use a little bit of careful emphasis on certain parts of your profile. For example, if you have the occasional cigarette and you wouldn't mind giving it up, it's okay to answer no to the question, do you smoke? Now, another profile detail to give some thought to is your profession. The truth is, most women aren't looking for the world, but they are looking for a guy who has some career goals and is financially independent. Some of our male users tend to write things in their profession field like got one, or just ask, or even yes. This is an avoidance technique, and it automatically raises a red flag for women. If you're not proud of your current work situation, it's okay. Emphasize your goals and where you see yourself in 2 to 5 years. Maybe you plan on going back to school. Maybe you're in school and you have a plan for when you graduate. Talk about this stuff. Women love ambitious men with a plan. If you do feel uncomfortable listing your profession, just list a more general term. For instance, if you're a legal aid, list legal. You can talk about this more in your profile description or even on your first date. Next up, which intent should you select and what are you looking for? My recommendation is that if you're actually open to meeting someone you like, don't be shy to say so. Don't suggest that you're not looking for anything serious or that you have no time for a relationship. Even if you're not necessarily looking for a relationship, you're gonna deter women from being interested. Okay, so a woman that you've messaged has viewed your images, you've passed all of her deal breakers, and she's still interested. Next, she's gonna check out your profile description. Your profile description should be 3 short paragraphs. The first is the opening line. The second is, who are you and what do you like to do? And the third is, what are you looking for on Plenty of Fish? Whatever you do, please don't start with,
well, I don't really know how this online dating thing works. I'm not really sure why I'm here. I'm not really looking for anything in particular.
Yes, we get it. You're not good at talking about yourself. But if we're reading your profile, we're clearly interested. In your description, be positive. Don't talk about any negative experiences that you've had with women or the fact that you haven't been able to meet anyone yet. Say something that will show off your confidence and, most importantly, your sense of humor. Women love funny guys. Try to avoid talking about the fact that you may have just moved here and are looking for new friends. Women really aren't interested in being your tour guide. When I read a profile like this, I'm thinking, this guy's bored, he's got no one to go to the bar with. So yes, you may be new in town, you may not know a soul, but put a positive spin on it. You're adventurous, and your exciting job allowed you to move to this new city. Grab a piece of paper and a pen, and quickly jot down a few words that represent you. Think about what makes you unique. Try to avoid generalizations like, I'm a fun, sweet guy. You want to make sure that you don't sound like everyone else. If you're social, are you always planning events or hanging out with friends? If you're intellectual, do you love reading books or learning new things in your free time? If you're musical, do you jam in your garage or sing in your shower? If you're athletic, do you play team sports or work out regularly? Or, rather than using an example, why not recount a story? If you're adventurous, talk about the last trip you took. Women will definitely remember your profile, and it might even be a great conversation topic when you start messaging. Don't be scared of admitting some of your quirks. There's nothing hotter than a guy who's comfortable in his own skin. Remember to talk about what you're looking for. If you're looking for a woman who is educated and loves to travel, then say so. You're on a computer, so use spell check. Try to avoid bad grammar. Okay, so you've got your great images, your awesome description, you're confident about who you're looking for, and you're emphasizing your best features. The rest is up to her, so send her a message. Did you know you can send messages on the go with our new mobile apps? They're free and available on iPhone and Android.